Hey friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. If you would like to see what I'm going to do in my media journal, stick around. What's up everyone? It's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks so much for being here today. This video is going to be my process for recapping May in my media journal, which is this lovely Inkit notebook from Create with Pen. I will link them below if you're interested. I'm not an affiliate. I won this, and so I am very grateful, and it is what started me down the rabbit hole of being obsessed with Tomoe River paper. So we did our April recap last time. This one is all the things that I completed for May. So as you know, or in case you didn't, I had a hysterectomy and I've been in recovery and just reading and journaling and playing in my craft room, which has been lovely. So I did get a decent amount of reading done because I don't know if you've ever read any of the books in the series, but they're pretty thick. So this one was the smallest one. It was very tiny. It took me just a couple of days, Quarter Frost and Starlight. So I gave this one 3 stars. And then my husband and I watched A League of Their Own because he'd never seen it, which I was shocked about. So I forced him to watch it one night. And in my mind, it was so much better than, not that it wasn't good. I gave it 3.5 stars, but in my mind, it was like a 5-star movie. And I don't know if it's because I hadn't seen it since I was really young or if it was like more of a nostalgic experience or what. But anyhow, I thought it was fun for us to watch together. And yeah, I always put on like movies. I put the synopsis for any type of media. And then if it's a movie, I like to add in who was in it, who directed it, what was the rating, and when did it originally come out, that type of thing. And then these stickers are actually from this washi sticker book that I'm obsessed with from Amazon, which is linked in my storefront. This one, I use it all the time. And then I did some stamping with Ali Edwards alphas here. This was written with a mild liner brush pen. This was written with a Tombow. This is stamped. Anytime I stamp in here, I use my VersaMagic Dewdrop chalk inks because they don't bleed through. These two, if you notice, these two fonts are the same. I try to keep it that way for all of the ACOTAR series. So this is from a December daily release. I try to kind of make the title stamp, like the alpha, go with the vibe of the book or the movie, if that makes sense. And I kept this really simple with just orange and then like the silver Simply Gilded washi because it was A Court of Silver Flames. This was 768 pages. So that's why I didn't have a heavy reading month between, let's see, I read A Court of Frost and Starlight, A Court of Silver Flames. I listened to Tom Lake in 2 days or 3 days and Yellowface in 2 days on audio. But then I also consumed a ton of media this month because couchbound. So I binge watched Selling the OC season 3. Again, these are from that same sticker book I just showed you. I use my super ancient HP sprocket to print these out. This is washi I had in my stash from, I think I got it at Staples. It's a Scotch washi. And these alphas are from Ali Edwards. I used a Tombow dual brush pen to do some lettering, and then my Everyday Explorer stamp for all the episodes. Then I binge watched Vanderpump Rules season 11. There were a lot of episodes. I just wrote the title and the date they were released with some random thoughts. Listen to Tom Lake. This and A Court of Silver Flames are my 2 favorites for the month. It was a tie. Usually I try to pick one, but I really liked both for very different reasons. And I think it's fair because this one was audio and the other was a hard copy book. So you can see that by the icon I put here. That means that it was audio. And if it was a physical book, it's a little book icon. Also, those stamps are from Everyday Explorers as well. Washi is from, I want to say, I'm not sure, but I think this one's from Robin's Planning Nest. These were Tool Tool gel pens, TUL. They're one of my favorite gel pens. And I have a whole swatching video, swatching all my pens and markers and paint pens in the back of this book. If you're interested, that is a separate video or 2. So you can go check that out. I think it's under the Media Journal playlist also. And Yellowface, again, an audiobook, and I gave it 3 stars. And I was surprised. 3 stars for me means like it was good. It's kind of like my baseline. It wasn't If it's anything less than 3, it was meh, and I wouldn't recommend it. 3 and above, I would. I have a lot of thoughts on this, but it gets a little personal, and that's something that I might chat with my Patreons about if they want to. I did just launch a Patreon. I'm super excited, so I will link my Patreon link below so you can check that out over there, and consider joining and supporting me if you enjoy the craziness that I put out. Lastly, second to last. My husband and I watched this movie on our anniversary. We were looking for a rom-com. I only gave this 2.5 stars, so I kind of wouldn't recommend it, which is disappointing, but I really love Rebel Wilson, so that's what made me want to watch it. I mean, it was cute, it was short, it was like predictable, you know, I wasn't expecting much, but what happened to me was in the beginning of the movie, I thought it was going to be a lot more complex and like deep than it actually was, and then I didn't like it, so that's why I gave it 2.5. And then lastly, my husband and I finished season 6 of Parks and Rec, and we are almost season 7 at this point, which is so sad because it's definitely up there with top 3 fave shows. I would say Parks and Rec, not The Office, Parks and Rec, Schitt's Creek, and Ted Lasso are probably my top 3. Okay, so now I'm going to do the process part. I am going to speed this up. I usually don't do a voiceover, so I'll just share with you what I'm going to use before I put you guys on fast forward and put some music on. I have these stickers. I've mentioned many times, according to Allie, has a Patreon who I am a part of, and that's why I have these from when I was on her Patreon, and then 2 years later she'll re-release 2 out of the 3 stickers in the 3-sticker Patreon set to the public. So this sheet you can't buy anywhere unless you are a patron. Now, this was a re-release. I've used all the stickers that were on this sheet in a different, like in my Laurel Denise planner, but I thought these would be really perfect for May and just kind of like the vibe I'm feeling right now. It's bookish, kind of. And I have some stamps that I always use from Everyday Explorers. These are from Paper Person Shop, which you can no longer get. And then I have this random green grid washi from my stash, probably from Amazon. And then I have a Tombow dual brush pen in 158 and 491. So I'm just going to get started, and I'll put you guys on fast forward. Feel free to leave me any comments or questions below, and don't forget to check out my Patreon. All right, let's go. All right, as I wrap up this video, thank you so much for watching. I will link the stickers below. Don't forget to use Gen 10 if you shop anything from According to Allie. Again, thanks for being here. Remember to like the video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, friends, and remember that you are enough. Oh, and P.S., let me know what you're watching, reading, or listening to. Thanks so much. Bye.